Hi everyone. So today we will give a presentation for you about MCD2040-MCP1 recommendation video presentation. So firstly, let me introduce our first recommendation for you. Our first recommendation targets the enhancement of fairness and inclusiveness across all levels of Indonesia call centers operations, particularly between the Indonesia and the Australian branches. This initiative is designed to foster a more equitable work environment, thereby increasing employee motivation and overall organization performances. So let me introduce the steps that need to be carried out. The first step is fair compensation policies. Establish a compensation framework that ensures Indonesia employees receive the comparable pay to their Australia workers for equivalent roles. And the second step is office facility improvements. Upgrade the Indonesia office environment to meet the standardized standards of the Australian branches, ensuring a comfortable and efficient workplace. The last step is unify the welfare system. Create and implement a standardized welfare system that offers equal benefits to all employees, regardless of their location.
Now I will talk about who will be responsible for carrying out each task in our first recommendation. The Human Resource Department will take a lead in revising and implementing new compensation and welfare policies to ensure fairness across the organization. Facilities management will be in charge of overseeing the renovation and upgrade of office space, making sure they meet the required standards. Senior management will lead to initiatives to promote cultural inclusiveness, ensuring that anti-discrimination policies are strictly enforced across all branches. Finally, local managers in both Indonesia and Australia offices will be responsible for monitoring the implementation of these policies and reporting on their progress.
The implementation will be phased over the next fiscal year, with priority given to the Indonesian office, where disparities the most pronounced. The timeline will include the first one is initiate policy revisions and begin office renovations. Second is roll out new compensation and welfare systems. Next is conduct training on culture inclusiveness and monitor initial outcomes. The last is evaluate the program's effectiveness and make necessary adjustments. Next is cost. First one is salary adjustments. Costs associated with increasing the pay of Indonesian employees to align with Australia standards. Second is office renovation. Budget required the upgrading facilities in the Indonesian office. Third is training and policy implementation. Expenses related to developing and enforcing new training programs and anti-discrimination policies. The last is welfare systems enhancements. Additional costs involved in providing a standardized benefits package to all employees.
Hello everyone. Now we jump to potential problems. We found out 4 potential problems for recommendation 1. The first is resistance to change. Some members of the management may resist changes due to the perceived increase in cost or shift in company culture. The second one is budget limit. Allocating sufficient funds to cover the cost of salary adjustment and office renovation could be challenging, especially if the company is operating on tight margins. The third one is employee pushback. Employees accused to the current system may initially resist the change, particularly if they perceive them as destructive or unfair. The last one is implementation delays. Unforeseen challenges such as supply chain issues for office renovation could delay the timeline.
So let me introduce our second recommendation for you. Firstly, the company should develop tailored training programs that equip Indonesia employees with the skills and the knowledge necessary to excel in their roles while promoting cultural sensitivity and inclusiveness. Secondly, update exciting training materials to remove any content that could be considered discriminatory or insensitive. Thirdly, implement ongoing training and development opportunities to keep employees engaged and up to date with industry trends.
Next, I will outline how we execute the second recommendation. First, we will develop new training modules focusing on consumer service excellence, technical knowledge, and cultural sensitivity to enhance overall service quality. The next step involves a comprehensive review of all existing training materials to remove any discriminatory content and replace it with more inclusive language. Additionally, we will establish a system for continuous monitoring of the training program, incorporating feedback from employees to ensure they remain relevant and effective. Finally, we will encourage employee engagement in the development of these programs, making sure the training is practical and aligned with their needs. I will detail who will be responsible for carrying out each task under the second recommendation. The HR department will oversee the development and implementation of new training programs, ensuring they align with company standards. The legal team will be responsible for reviewing and updating anti-discrimination policies and ensuring that all training materials comply with these policies. The operations team will manage the ongoing monitoring of the training programs, ensuring that feedback is collected and acted upon. If necessary, external consultants may be brought in to assist to the development of culturally sensitive training materials.
So next is timeline and the location of task completion. The rollout of these new programs will occur within the next 6 months, with a focus on the Indonesian call center where the need to improve training is the most urgent. Phase 1, first 2 months, develop and test new training models. Phase 2, next 2 months, implement the training programs across all relevant teams. Phase 3, final 2 months. Monitor the effectiveness of the programs and make any necessary adjustments based on employer feedback.
Hello everyone, now I'm talking about the cost. The first cost is training development. The cost isolated with creating new training modules, including content creation and delivery platforms. The second one is policy review. Legal costs relate to updating anti-discrimination policies and ensure compliance. The third one is moderating and feedback system. Expense of setting up and maintain system to track the effectiveness of training programs and gather employee feedback. The last step we're talking about is potential programs. The first potential programs is employee residence. Some employees may be resident to new training mission, particularly if they feel the correct system works well for them. The second one is culture-sensitive challenge. Developing training that is appropriate yet effective for a diverse workforce could be difficult, especially in a multinational company. The third one is updating and maintaining relevance. Ensure that the training program remain up to date and relevant as company needs. Involved any require continuous investment and effort. The last is measuring effectiveness. It may be challenging to quantitatively measure the impact of new training programs on employee performance and customer satisfaction. That's all. Thank you.